Okay. So I love when I ask for requests because there is such a common thread through every class I teach. I would say 90% of the requests are for neck, shoulders, and back. We all carry tension in the body. So, it's not just that we have these thoughts that what's going to happen tomorrow or next week or next year with everything. We have those thoughts, they run around, and they create feelings in the body. They create maybe anxiety or depression, and we get those feelings in the body and they get kind of trapped in there, whether they're in the stomach or the neck and shoulders or the back. So it's really important to take this time to have your yoga practice, because not only physically are we moving the body to release that tension in the body, but we're also really taking a break mentally and moving with our breath and just focusing on your breath so we can process some of these negative feelings and let them just lose their intensity. I like to think of it that way, rather than white knuckling through trying to get through these hard times. Let's just feel what we feel. It's okay. Breathe through, and hopefully those feelings will lessen. Okay, so that being said, we're going to start laying down on the back. And the first thought I like to have when I first come onto my mat is I like to picture an ice cube on hot pavement. It just completely slowly starts to melt down. So I like to feel my body melt down into the mat. So when I first come to my mat, I can feel the tension. I'm kind of stiff in my chest, my hips, my neck and shoulders. But then take a moment to really relax down and soften. Let your breath get a little bit deeper. Close the eyes. And just take a moment to sit with your thoughts and feelings. So for me, my thoughts are running around in my mind, which are creating feelings in the body. For me, it's often in my stomach and in my neck, throat, and jaw. So then just taking the action here, so our thoughts create our feelings, our feelings lead our actions, and then the action for me right now is this practice. So we're coming into our yoga practice to feel better, to think positive thoughts, to become more flexible. And I use that word flexible, meaning physically and emotionally. That's something I'm working on. That's not easy. So just taking things as they come, go with the flow, and breathe. In through the nose and out of the mouth. So right here, if your knees are not already bent, we're going to bend the knees, place the feet on the floor, and have your feet be a little bit wider than your hips, about mat width apart. And then just keeping the eyes closed, we'll take a deep breath in, and then as you exhale, you're going to let your legs fall over to one side. Inhale, bring the legs to center, and exhale, let the legs drop over to the other side. We're going to add moving the head and neck. Inhale, legs to center. Exhale, legs go right, head turns left. Inhale to the center. Exhale, legs go left, head turns right. And then just do that a few times on your own, feeling what you feel in the hips and low back, and in the neck, throat, and shoulders. On your next inhale, we'll come back to center, And we'll gently hug both knees into the chest. We'll take the feet up towards the ceiling and we'll take the hands up towards the ceiling. And let's just point and flex the hands and feet. We'll make some circles with the wrists and the ankles. You can go in one direction, you can go in the other. And then as you inhale on your next in-breath, take the arms up and back, feet lift a little higher. And then as you exhale, hug the knees into the chest. You can lift your forehead to your knees if you'd like and pull the shoulders down. Inhale, arms reach, feet lift. Exhale, really hug the knees in, tuck the chin. 2 more like that. Inhale, arms reach, feet lift. And exhale, hug the knees in. 1 more time like that. Inhale, arms reach, feet lift. And exhale, hug the knees in. We're going to relax both feet down on the floor. Hug the left knee into your chest and let the right leg go straight. Take a full breath in, and then as you exhale, lift the head, tuck the chin, pull the shoulders down, and just draw the belly down towards the floor. Take a deep breath in, and then as you exhale, let the head drop down. We're going to hold on to the back of the left thigh. And try not to worry about whether the leg is straight or not here. You can lift the foot as high as is comfortable, but this is going to get more into the shoulders and low back rather than the hamstring. You're going to push your thigh into your hands so that your arms go straight. So maybe you move the hands a little higher up, maybe behind the knee. Feel the shoulders pull down away from the ears. You can flex your foot if you want to get a little bit more of a hamstring stretch. Your low back is pressing down into the floor, so feel like there might be a little blueberry on the floor and you want to smush it down using your core to draw in and you're pressing your low back down. And then from here, you're going to lift your head again, tuck the chin, and then slide your hands a little higher up the left leg. Relax the shoulders. Breathe deeply here. And if you would like to add on, you can lift your right leg a few inches off the floor. You can flex that foot and just breathe here. So the shoulders are pulled down, the belly's drawn down, your chin is drawn in. You're stretching the back of the neck, you're pulling the shoulders down. And you're breathing deeply, even though it might feel a little bit harder. The throat is a little constricted by having the chin down. Practice breathing through that constricted feeling. Take a deep breath in, and then as you exhale, drop the right foot down, drop the head, slide your hands down, and hug the left knee into the chest. We're going to let the left knee go a little bit out to the left, so use your left hand. And we're going to lift the left foot, either holding on underneath your left knee. You can hold on at your shin or ankle, or you can hold on to the outside of your left foot. You can take your right hand and just place it on the hip flexor just to bring your awareness to that area of the body that is often tight. Maybe your hand is just resting on the right hip. Breathe deeply here. Maybe you sway your left foot left to right a little bit. We're just starting to open up the hip. If this is too deep holding on to the foot, please slide your hand down the leg, either at the ankle, shin, or back of the thigh. You don't have to go that deep here. Take a nice full deep breath in. then as you exhale, let's release the left foot down to the floor. Let it go straight. Arms reach up overhead. So your hands are reaching for the floor behind you. Your legs are straight. Take a full breath in. As you exhale, start to lift the knees. Slide your heels along the floor. Pull the belly in. Press your low back down into the floor as you bring your knees into your chest. Inhale, reach the feet up. And then exhale, hug the knees into the chest. We're going to take the left foot down to the floor. We'll let the left leg go straight. You're hugging the right knee in towards the chest. Your right thigh is smushing down onto your belly. Good for digestion here. We're going to lift the head so that your neck is lengthened by tucking the chin. The belly's strong, shoulders are pulled down. You can flex your right foot if you'd like. You can flex your left foot and you can lift your left leg. Doesn't have to lift high. Pause here and breathe. So I know for me, when I feel anxious, I feel a tightening in my throat, and that's just the anxiety settling into an area of my body. So when I can come into a physical pose that creates that same feeling, I can practice breathing through that constricted throat. So breathe in and breathe out. Take one more deep breath in, and then as you exhale, soften. Let the left leg come down, let the head come down. We're going to lift the right foot, holding on to the back of the right thigh. You're pushing your thigh into your hands so much, so you can feel your arms going straight, your shoulders pulling away from your back, so you're getting a nice stretch there. Lengthening through the neck. You can flex your foot to get a little bit more into the hamstring. And then if you'd like to lift the head here, you can walk the back of your hands a little higher up. That right leg, shoulders pulled down. And then again, if you'd like to lift the left foot, you can. Just able to breathe. You don't have to lift the left foot if you don't want to. Soft elbows, belly drawing down. Take a deep breath in, and then as you exhale, let the head drop down, bend your right knee. We're going to let the right leg go wide to the right, so the right knee opens up to the right. Lift your right foot, either hold on underneath the knee. You can hold on at your calf or ankle, or outside of your right foot. Pause here. Relax the face, relax the neck. Breathe into the chest. Feel the rise and fall. You can place your left hand on your hip flexor, feeling any tightness there, trying to create a little softness and a little ease. Opening up through the right hip. Take one more full breath in here. And then as you exhale, let's let that right foot go straight along the floor. Inhale, arms reach up overhead. Stretch through the whole body. We're going to take a full breath in. As you exhale, lift the knees, slide the heels back along the floor. Push your belly in, try to smush the blueberry. Knees draw into the chest. And then inhale, lift the feet up towards the ceiling. And exhale, hug the knees into the chest. Here we're going to either rock left to right and roll to one side to come up to sit, or You can cross one ankle over the other and rock yourself up to sit. And then once you come to seated, notice how you feel in your hips and in your back. And if you need a little extra support, you can sit up on something. So you can put a blanket, folded blanket under your seat just to get you a little bit higher so that the hips are a little bit higher than the knees and you feel a little less pressure. So just pause here, let the shoulders drop down. Top of the head is light, hips are heavy. Inhale, we're going to reach the arms up overhead. And exhale, reach the arms out and down. So relax the shoulders. Inhale, when you reach the arms up, let's take the head and look up. And when you exhale, arms come down, chin drops down. One more breath like that. Inhale, arms reach out and up, chin lifts. And exhale, out and down. This time we're going to take the hands up, reach them up overhead, interlace your hands, place them at the back of your head. Relax the shoulders. So in order to feel that relaxed shoulders, do the opposite. Hike the shoulders up by your ears, get all scrunched and compressed here, and then do the opposite. Let them melt down. Feel the difference. Shoulders are down, head is going to lean back, elbows out to the sides. Chest is open, spine is lengthened. That's your full breath in. And then as you exhale, keep the spine tall, elbows hug in, shoulders stay down, and then just drop the head. So don't use your hands to yank your head down. It's just a gentle guiding. You're barely even pressing onto the back of the head. Inhale, lift and bring the head back, lean in, and exhale, gently let the head drop, elbows hug in, stay tall in the spine. Two more, just like that. Inhale, lift up, and exhale, elbows hug in, chin drops down. One more time. Inhale, lift open. Relax the shoulders down. Exhale, elbows come in, head drops down. Let's keep the head down. Release the hands. Let your hands come down to the knees or to your sides, reaching for the floor. So maybe if you press your palms down towards the sides, you can feel a little bit of a stretch on either side of the neck. So here, you're just going to roll your left ear to your left shoulder. You can take your left fingertips and place them on the right side of your head, right above your ear. You can flex your right hand so that the palm is reaching away, and then pull both shoulders down. Take a deep breath in here. And then as you exhale, just release that right hand. Let the head drop down to the center. Feel the back of the neck. And then roll your right ear to your right shoulder. Take your right hand, gently place it above your left ear on the side of the head. Flex your left hand. Pull both shoulders down. Relax through the neck, through the shoulders, and through the back. Breathe deeply. Take one more full breath in here. And then as you exhale, let's take that right hand down. Let the chin drop down. You're going to take your hands behind you, interlace them. Reach the knuckles down as you slowly start to lift the chest, lift the chin, pull the shoulders back, and then hinging forward. Now, if this is too much with your legs crossed, you can always bring the soles of your feet together. Hinge forward, let the head drop, and then just reach the knuckles back. You don't have to lift them up too high. Just reach the knuckles back. Breathe deeply. You can have the soles of the feet together or your legs are crossed. If the legs are crossed, you might be able to get your head down and your knuckles up a little bit more. Doesn't matter. And then just feel free to move around a little bit. Maybe you sway left to right. Breathing deeply. Let the shoulders allow the chest to open. Often when we're stressed or anxious, we might feel a little compression in the chest, might be hard to breathe, so breathe deeply here. On your next inhale, come all the way up. Release the arms and shake them out a little bit. Okay, we're going to take the legs, uncross them, and we're going to make our way onto hands and knees. So coming onto hands and knees, take your time. Feel free to put a blanket under your knees if you need a little extra support. And we're going to come into a narrow knee. So the knees are going to come together. Big toes are going to touch. You're going to sink your hips down onto your heels. The head is going to come down and the backs of the hands are on the floor by your feet. With the eyes closed, I want you to picture an ice cube on the hot pavement. Allow everything to let go and melt down, especially the shoulders. They're rounding. They're hanging down. Let the forehead press down into the mat to release any tension in the back of the neck. And then here, gently, just kind of rock left to right. So you're rolling your forehead along the mat. You're shifting your hips left to right a little bit. Continuing to breathe deeply. Relaxing the low back. Relaxing the shoulders. Softening the muscles in the face. On your next inhale, we're going to come up onto hands and knees. We'll take the knees a little bit wider, so now your knees are hip width apart. Knees are underneath the hips. Wrists are underneath the shoulders or just a little bit in front. We're going to take 3 breaths, moving the spine and chest with your breath. So as you breathe in, curl the toes under, drop the belly, drop the chest a little bit as you bend your elbows slightly and lift the chin. And then as you exhale, tuck and round the back, tuck the chin, tops of the feet pressed down. 2 more like that. Inhale, curl the toes under, drop the belly, soft knees, lift the chin. And exhale, tuck round, push the floor down, tops of the feet press into the floor. 1 more time like that. Inhale. And exhale. We're going to come back to neutral spine. We're going to take the left foot, send it back, and lift it. So your left foot is lifted right away, toes are pointed down. Your belly is going to draw in as if you are trying to balance something on your low back, but instead of having it sag down, you want to pull it up a little higher. The right hand is going to reach towards the front of the room. Pause here. Relax the shoulders. Engage your core. Take a nice full deep breath in. And then as you exhale, the right hand comes down. Left toes find the floor behind you. Pivot your right foot to the right. Roll to the arch of your left foot, and we're going to reach the left hand up towards the ceiling. So lots of options here. You can stay right here. You can lift your left leg. You can take your right foot and cross it in front of your left. And if you're really working on a full expression of side plank, you can stack your feet, the arches of the feet. Let your hips lift. Your top arm is lifted. Maybe it's overhead to get a little more length, but relax the shoulders. Maybe you even lift your top leg. So it's up to you, whatever pose you want to be in here. Maybe you come into a tree pose on its side. Take a deep breath in and then slowly come on out. That wasn't so slow. Knees are gonna go wide, big toes touch, sink down, child's pose. You can make some circles with the wrists. You can sway left to right. Child's pose is a perfect time to just check in. Notice what you're feeling. Notice how you're feeling. Identify the areas of the body where you may be feeling either tightness or stress, and just relax there. Breathe into those areas of the body, especially the neck, shoulders, and back. Take a deep breath in, and then as you exhale, let's come back to center. Hands and knees. We're going to take the right foot straight back. It's lifted. The heel is lifted. All 5 toes are pointing down with a flexed foot. Left hand is going to reach towards the front of the room. Feel the opposite of what I'd like you to do. Pull those shoulders by your ears. That feels horrible. And then relax them back. Feel the space now between your ears and your shoulders. Belly is drawn in and up. Take one more full breath in, and then as you exhale, left hand comes down, right toes find the floor behind you, left foot pivots off to the mat, right foot presses down into the floor as your right hand reaches up. So just holding this pose without holding your breath. Flow with the breath. If you would like to lift your right leg, you can. If you're working on side plank, feel free. You can cross the ankles. You can stack the feet. You can maybe lift the top foot. Whatever pose you're in, you're breathing. You're digging deep. You're finding where you're strong and tapping into that. Play around a little bit. Take a deep breath in, and then as you exhale, slowly come out and make your way down into your resting pose, child's pose. Just relax those arms. Maybe you bring them behind your back. Interlace your hands maybe, or maybe just holding on to your hands. Relax the shoulders. So from here, we're going to take the hands behind you if they're not already there. We're going to interlace the hands. And then gently and slowly, this is not a big movement. You're just going to lift your hips a little, roll onto the top of your forehead, kind of at your hairline, and you can lift your knuckles up and back. You can keep your hands up as you roll down and up. This is very small. This is at the forehead, not passing the center of your head. We don't want to put any unnecessary strain on the neck. We're just massaging out the forehead, releasing tension in the neck and shoulders. Full breath in and full breath out. And then slowly melt right back down. Let the arms go, let the forehead down. And then when you're ready, we're going to come up onto hands and knees. We're going to curl the toes under, walk your hands back towards your knees, lift the knees and roll onto your feet. So the knees are bent, your belly can be resting on your thighs. You're going to slide your hands underneath your feet. So you're stepping on the palms of your hands, your toes are at your wrist crease. And then as you push down with your toes, let the head hang and pull up with the space between your shoulder blades. Let the head hang heavy. Relax the neck. This is getting a really nice stretch in the mid-back between the shoulder blades and at the shoulders. The legs do not need to be straight. You can pull up with the middle of the back, take a full breath in, and then as you exhale, release the hands, and then slowly walk your hands up your legs to come up to stand. So take your time to come up. I'm just going to adjust my camera so that my head is not chopped off. Just going to move this up and back. Okay, that should be good. Okay, so once you come to stand, let's let the soles of the feet press down, the bottoms of the feet. Feet are about hip width apart. We'll take 3 breaths. So as you inhale, arms reach out and up. Relax the shoulders at the top. And then exhale, arms reach out and down. Drop the chin, drop the shoulders. Inhale, arms reach out and up. And exhale, out and down. One more, just like that. Inhale. And exhale. So a really nice conditioning exercise for the lungs is to really open up through the rib cage. So we're going to inhale, reach the arms up. You're going to take your left hand, hold on to your right wrist. Reach up and out of the torso as you side lean over to the left. So reaching over, pull the shoulders down, lengthening through the spine, opening through the rib cage. You can turn your torso a little bit to look up, or you can turn your torso a little bit to look down. Or you can try both. So see what just feels better for you. Be able to breathe. Shoulders are down, so elbows are soft. Take one more full breath in. And then as you exhale, pull the belly in as you come up and release the arms. And then we'll switch sides. So arms reach up. Right hand holds on to the left wrist. Soft elbows as you side lean. Over to the right. Relax through the shoulders. Again, you can rotate up a little bit and look up, or you can rotate down a little bit. You're still conditioning the lungs by opening up through the rib cage and breathing deeply. One more breath in. And then as you exhale, belly in, come on up, and arms come down. Okay, so we're gonna do a few standing poses that really help us feel grounded, down, and in the present moment, but then we're gonna move a little bit in these standing poses to keep us really present and connected. So we're gonna step the right foot forward and your left foot back. Your heels are lined up with each other, so you are more on a balance beam rather than railroad tracks. Your right knee is gonna bend over your right ankle. Your torso is pointed more towards the side of your mat rather than the front or the back. And we're gonna reach the arms away from each other. Pull the shoulders down, away from your ears, get a little bit deeper in your right knee. So this is a warrior pose. We're feeling super strong from the hips down. The energy is grounding us down, but then light in the belly and the chest and shoulders. So we're gonna move a little bit with the breath. As you inhale, you're gonna straighten your right leg, left hand tilts back, right palm faces you and reaches back with that straight leg. That's your inhale. We'll take this one a little bit slower, just the first one. Your exhale is your right arm coming down onto your right thigh, left arm reaching up and over. Now we'll move with the breath. Inhale, come on up, push. Arms windmill back, that right leg is straight. Exhale, windmill down, bend in the knee, reach the arm over. Two more. Inhale up, squeeze the inner thighs together, relax the shoulders. And exhale, come on down, bend that knee and reach. Last one like this. Inhale up and over. This is really good for the spine. And exhale down and reach. We're gonna pause here. Get a little deeper in that right knee. Feel the strength in your thigh. You're strengthening the muscles and bones around your hip and knee joint. From here, you're gonna take your top arm and reach it up towards the ceiling so it's straight up. We're gonna take the right hand and put it on your thigh and push your right thigh straight. Let the back of your right hand rest against your inside of your right leg. Push that back as you feel your left shoulder reaching back. Breathe deeply here. Strong legs. Take a deep breath in. And then we're going to use the exhale to pull the belly in and come on up. Okay, turning your right toes in. Your feet are parallel. We're going to turn the left toes out. So now you're facing the back of your mat. Your back foot is parallel to the front of your mat. We're going to bend the left knee. Your torso is turned open. So that left knee is open, torso is open, arms reach away from each other. So pretend that maybe you have socks on and you're on a hardwood floor. You would have to really energize your inner thighs to try to stay together and grounded. And then we're gonna move with breath. First one is slow. As you inhale, right hand slides down the right leg. Left leg goes straight, left hand reaches up and back, relax the shoulders, and then your exhale is a bent left knee, left forearm comes down, right arm reaches up and over. Okay, let's move with breath. Inhale, come up, right hand back, left hand up, two straight legs, and then exhale. Bend the left knee, rest your left forearm down, reach the arm up and over, but relax the shoulder. Two more like this. Inhale up, inner thighs together and strong or reaching towards each other. And exhale, float down, bend the knee, top arm over. One more time. Inhale up, exhale back, and exhale down. Sorry, I messed up the breath there. Exhale down and over. Good, we're pausing here. Lengthen, relax the shoulder. We'll take the right arm straight up. Left arm onto the top of the thigh. Push the thigh straight. Let the left hand just hang down. Back of the thigh, hand presses against your thigh. That'll help push your right shoulder back. Now doesn't have to be low. We're not way down here on the floor. We can be as high as up here. We don't want to feel any negative feelings in the back. This is a nice stretch and we're strengthening. Take a deep breath in, and then as you exhale, belly draws in, come on up, relax the arms. Parallel your feet, so both feet are turned to face the long side of your mat. You can bring them in a little bit if you feel like you're too much split it out. Soft knees as you roll down, fingertips on the floor, then try to maybe straighten the legs and walk your hands forward. Drop the head. So we are in a wide-legged downward dog. Let your head go. Let the weight of the head release your neck. You can have palms down or fingertips. Your hands can be as far out or in as you'd like. Just push your hips back. You can push towards the outer sides of your feet. Relax through the head and neck. Let there be space between your ears and your shoulders. And breathe here. One more full breath in and a full breath out. We're going to walk the hands back towards the mat. Bend your knees, heel toe your feet together, and then we're going to come down onto the knees, come down onto your left hip, and send your feet around to the front of your mat, the top of your mat. Come down onto your back. And just pause here for a moment. Feel what you feel in the body. So we just moved a lot of energy around in the body. I can literally feel the energy in the blood just pulsing through my body. It's really nice to create that energy moving all of that around in the body through those physical poses and the breath. But then settling down and feeling the power of that energy. So we're going to bring the feet towards your seat. So the feet are parallel, your heels are drawing towards your seat, your palms are down by your sides. Eyes are closed. We're going to move the body with your breath. So as you inhale, we're going to lift the hips and tops of the hands are going to reach up and back behind you. As you exhale, arms come down, hips come down. Again, inhale, arms reach, hips lift. And exhale, arms come down, hips come down. So just do a few more of those on your own, moving with your breath. Your inhale makes you feel light and airy, and the exhale makes you feel maybe a little bit more grounded. The breath is flowing with ease. Take one more full round of breath. bottom of your next exhale, pause. We'll take the right thigh over the left thigh. We'll scoot your hips over to the right and then drop the legs to the left. Arms reach away from each other. If that feels like too much, then just uncross the legs. Turn your head over your right shoulder and breathe deeply. Just 3 breaths here, so one more full breath in and full breath out. We'll bring the legs back to center. Uncross them if they're crossed. Even out the hips. We'll take the left thigh over the right thigh. Scoot your hips over to the left. Legs will drop over to the right. Again, if it's too deep crossed, uncross. Turn your head over your left shoulder. And just 3 deep breaths. Inhaling and exhaling. One more time. Let's bring the legs back to center. Uncross them. Even out the hips. And then let's just find a comfortable Shavasana pose. So you can have the knees bent, feet on the floor, knees can touch. You can have the legs straight. You can have the arms way out by your sides. Let's let the palms be up. So just close the eyes for a moment and check in. So we talked at the beginning of the class about some thoughts and feelings we're having about either the immediate future, next week, next month, the unpredictability. And we talked about how those thoughts make us feel and where we might be feeling those feelings, what those feelings might cause us to do, what our actions are. And now, at the end of the practice, see if you can think about just the here and now. Maybe just thinking about the afternoon today or the evening. Think about whether you have a plan or you can make a plan to do something that will make you feel good. So when we have these positive thoughts, that creates hopefully positive feelings, maybe of joy or happiness or just being comfortable. And then you can notice in the body how you feel when you feel those emotions instead of anxiety, uncertainty. Just feels different. And then hopefully having those thoughts and those feelings, those will inspire us to do things that are a little bit more positive. Take a walk, exercise, be nicer to someone, make a healthy meal. So during these really hard times, try not to look too far ahead if that's going to cause negative feelings. Take it back a few. Take it to just the weekend. Take it to just the afternoon or just the moment that you're in. Notice your feelings. Notice how they make you feel and just breathe through with ease. slowly begin to roll the back of the head left to right. You can breathe a little bit deeper. You can start to move the body slowly and gently. And then ease your way out of Shavasana unless you'd like to stay. That's the beauty of being home. You can stay in Shavasana as long as you'd like. Otherwise, you can transition out of Shavasana to come to seated. Please don't feel like you have to. Let's take the right hand over your heart, the left hand over your right hand. Remember that we are all connected. Not only are we here with each other, but we're here for each other. Let's bring the palms together in front of your heart center to honor your practice and honor each other. Namaste.